Teresa Elliott now joins us with some regal flair to create something that does sound very regal, a Victorian sponge cake, courtesy of Sasko. If you want to impress while you are hosting your royal party, you don't want it to flop. No. So use Sasko. It's going to win every time. This is, it sounds royal. Is it royal? Is it deliciously royal?
I believe it has something to do with Queen Victoria, the Victoria sponge. So it's perfect for tomorrow when you're watching the wedding. Tuck into a slice of that.
And I know everyone's like, you know, cucumber sandwiches and scones and all those things, but you want something a little bit special. Yes. And this, it looks spectacular.
It's beautiful.
Apart from anything else. So,
it's an absolute classic as well.
So let's dive right in. Right. I see some egg whites whipping.
Yes, so the eggs are very important in this recipe because this is actually the raising agent. So what I've got here is our egg whites, which we're going to whisk up to stiff peak stage. And then we're going to add our sugar.
So you want them to be as firm as possible because
absolutely,
they have
air
to be the backbone.
Totally is so important. We're going to whisk in some caster sugar, and then we're also going to add some lemon juice. And lemon juice is, of course, an acid, and that's going to help stabilize the foam and keep the air in there. So almost like with meringue, same kind of thing.
I love that.
There's a real science to it.
I know, and this is, I think this is why I generally fall down with baking. But why I love the show is we generally idiot-proof our recipes, not for you guys at home, just for me, so I can follow along.
If you follow the instructions, it's all good.
And obviously the caster sugar obviously dissolves a lot more effectively and quickly there.
Totally. So that's the egg white story. And then over here we've got the yolks, which we've whisked up, and you can see they're getting quite pale and thick. And we're going to add a bit more sugar. And whisk that all together.
So we want our Victorian sponge to be sweet and delicious.
Absolutely.
And what I love about the Sasko flour, it's both halal and kosher approved. So if you're, and you don't have to go search any further beyond that. Literally, it comes ready to bake with in that sense.
Right. So, and it's a brand you can trust. You know, you don't want your special cake to flop. So this is the way to go. Right. So I've just whisked the egg yolk mixture into the egg whites. And we're now going to add some flour. Of course, our
Sasko being quite gentle flour with this as well. Like you
don't want to knock the air out because you're going to have a bit of a pancake cake, which you don't want.
So
pancakes
normally, are cool, but not very Victorian.
Not for this, no. The Queen would not approve of this one.
I love that. And the recipe, if you want that sent directly to you, the keyword is Sasko to 33728. We'll send you a link. You click on the link, and we will send you all of those details.
Right. So I've added the flour. It would be best to sift it in, obviously, to incorporate more air.
Okay.
And then just very gently fold it in. Even if there are a couple of flour streaks, that's totally fine.
It's not going to destroy it.
No, you don't want to knock all that lovely air out.
It's amazing the dough that you've got there, how you've managed to keep that.
It's nice consistency. And airy, and particularly here because we're not using baking powder, so it's really, really important to be gentle with this one.
All right.
All right. So we've got our cake pan here, which we've lined with paper.
Obviously, you're going for layers here, so you can use you would need as many cake pans as layers.
I would normally do about 2, and then you get that nice sandwich effect.
That's very cute.
Right, there we go. So put it into your pan or your pans, and then bake it for about half an hour until it's nice and golden and it's baked through.
Oh, beautiful. As easy as that.
That's right.
So we're going to give you an opportunity to quickly run through those ingredients while we finish our beautiful layered effect here. Here's a bit of a blow-by-blow at how we arrive at a gorgeous end result.
Get all the royal wedding feels with the elegant Sasko Victorian sponge. Line 2 cake pans with baking paper before whisking egg whites to stiff peaks. Gradually whisk in 125 ml of the caster sugar, followed by the lemon juice. Beat the egg yolks until foamy and add the remaining sugar, whisking until pale and thick before folding the mixture through the white eggs. Sift the flour and salt together before sifting for a second time into the egg mixture and folding through to combine. Divide the batter between the 2 lined cake tins and bake at 160 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. Allow the cakes to cool before adding a layer of jam to one of the cakes, topped with a layer of whipped cream. Add the second cake and finish with a dusting of icing sugar. Now, how's about a spot of tea, love?
Beautiful stuff. There we have it. The keyword is Sasko to 33728. So Teresa is finishing our beautiful layer effect here. We've got our jam, a bit of very luxurious cream, and now a final little dusting.
Dusting of icing sugar. So there's no icing on this cake. It's very simple, but very delicious.
There's something scone-esque about that, and just remember that you get some ready mixes from Sasko as well. So if you want to whip up some muffins, some scones, if that's your poison for your royal wedding party, they just really make it so much easier. But this has been simple, easy, and it looks amazing, and it is in honour of Queen Victoria ahead of a royal wedding. Teresa, well done. That keyword again is Sasko to 33728.
Sasko, baking together since 1930.